Transactional leadership is a strict leadership theory that manages employees under established goals and boundaries. Despite it, the transformation one is a functional theory that adapts employee abilities and enhancing the future-oriented goals. Transactional leadership promotes the compliance with existing organizational goals and performance the expectation through supervision and the use of reward and punishment. The leadership employs a form of management that pays close attention to how employees perform their tasks under the strict time and resource. The transformational approach focuses on the individual strengths and weaknesses of the employees, and also it focuses on enhancing their capabilities and increasing employee motivation and engagement, and attempt to connect the employee's sense of self with the organizational values. Through the features of the both types of leadership, the transactional leaders reward and punish in traditional ways, but the transformation leaders attempt to achieve the positive result from employees by keeping them invested in the project and leading to an internal and high-order reward system.
This is one of the most charismatic and inspirational leaders. He was born 28th of October 1955. He is the founder of Microsoft. In recent years, he has retired from working full-time at Microsoft. Currently, he is working with his charitable foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In his early age, he met Paul Allen at the Lakeside School, where they both developed computer programs and as a hobby. After that, he went to Harvard. In 1975, they started Microsoft. True leadership focused on result. Within 3 years, Microsoft had grown 2.5 million when Bill Gates was 23 years old. As a transitional leader, he used to visit new product teams and ask difficult questions until he was satisfied that the teams were on track and understood the goal. Bill Gates has successfully transformed Microsoft into a stable monopoly. To maintain the company's status, Gates had to focus on creating barriers to new entrants. Besides, he had to strictly control the organization production process so that the products can be well accepted by accepted consumers.
Bill Gates used idealized influence on his followers, thereby gaining trust, loyalty, and respect from the followers. He did this through the application of charismatic vision and behavior. Microsoft is considered one of the best companies to work in because he led the staff to have the shares in the company. As a leader of the Microsoft company, Bill Gates inspired his followers towards new ideas and goals. He did this by articulating a clear and appealing view of the future through his quotes. Gates has several inspirational quotes that helps his followers to have a clear picture of the future development in the software business. Bill Gates used transformational leadership to bring changes through intellectual stimulation that aims at self-reflective changes of values and beliefs. He developed a climate of intellectual stimulation and nurtured it within the organization. He does this by making his followers think in rational ways and be both creative and innovative. Bill Gates' approaches in transformational leadership includes individual consideration. That is, he treats every follower as an individual rather than an employee. He takes into consideration every individual's talent and level of knowledge, hence deciding on what best suits the individual. This leads to attainment of high results from the individual.
A process where people influence others to achieve an objective or a goal and to lead and direct an organization coherently is termed as leadership. Among many kinds of leadership styles, transformational and transactional leadership is one of them. In transactional leadership, leaders motivate others through both rewards and punishments. They tend to be directive and action-oriented and pay attention to details, and such kind of leadership works well in emergency situations when there's a certain deadline to meet or a project is to be completed in a certain fashion. Transformational leaders inspire, motivate, and stimulate others to achieve greater results, which helps accomplish goals and challenges people to do their best. This leadership recognizes existing needs and demands, incorporates new vision, create enthusiasm, encourage learning and development, and also understand relationships. Leaders with transformational quality focus on change within the organization, while leaders with transactional quality focus on supervision and group performance within the organization. Therefore, both transactional and transformational leadership have their equal importance in different scenarios of leadership.
To summarize, we have identified the differences and similarities between the more goal-prioritized transactional theory and the motivational and engagement-prioritized transformational theory. We understand how the theories are studied as well as how they are implemented. Some of the ways they have been implemented through our chosen leader, Bill Gates, include his use of idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individual consideration with both his staff throughout his immensely successful corporation Microsoft and his newly formed foundation with his wife. The major criticism for this topic refers to the balance needed. For a leader to excel with this leadership style, they must find a balance between the two, as Bill Gates has done. However, in cases including Ulysses Grant and the chairman of Nokia, they have shifted the prioritizing to only one, which has made it easy for them to fail as leaders. To conclude, we have given an in-depth review of the transformational versus transactional leadership theories, showcased how our chosen leader, Bill Gates, has implemented these theories, and how this theory is important to leadership. Thank you for listening.